Hello, welcome to this week's video. Today I'm going to make an axe from this board of Douglas fir. It's just a 12-inch board. It's a cut off I used for making a shelf. But why not make an axe with the rest? First I'm drawing out the handle there. I can fine tune it once I'm on the sander. Couple curves for the underside of the double-edged battle axe. And then we add a little curve for the top because we want to make it two sides. Nice curves for each side. Make sure I identify the middle so I know I'm beveling to the sides where to stop the bevels, because that's technically part of the handle and the look. Alright. Let's add a little hump here. And then we cut on the scroll saw. You can also use a bandsaw or even a handsaw. Whatever really is your preference or availability. I'm only going to be able to go so far here just because of the limitation of the neck. So I do a side cut out here. And then go back to the original cut and finish her off. Oh, a little chunk fell off there, so I guess it'll be a one-headed axe. But I'll still bevel the other side. It's just not quite a double-headed battle axe. That happens sometimes when you get cracks in the wood. I always start by flattening the rough edges, and in that process I also usually tone down the thickness on the various places I need thinner, such as often the blade I'll tone down a little bit thinner, especially on wooden knives. On this axe I'm making it a bit thicker because I want it to be a good watermelon chopper, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm really just flattening things out. I'm edging these corners a little bit and rounding what I can. Now I'm making finger groups. I put 4 fingers for each side because the thumb doesn't go on that side. And we'll make a second row because this is a two-handed axe. Alright, now let's bevel the short side first. The best angle is about 35 degrees, but really doesn't matter that much. A shallower angle will aid with like cutting garden plants or whatnot smoothly, but a steeper angle will aid in chopping things such as watermelon if you want them to make a nice good splatter. Alright, now bevel in the blade. Oh, look at the pattern on that. Honestly, I don't even mind when I don't bevel evenly. I think it looks prettier. I think it looks like almost like a stone chipped axe when it's a smoother thing. Alright, let's burn this. This is what I love about fir. Those dark lines. And finally, you protect the wood and seal the ash and bring out the colors, as you can see here, with the clear coat of your choice. The one I'm using here is shellac, the amber variety, which really adds that deepness to the wood, as you can see here. I'm sure you can see from some of my other videos, with this burn texture where the wood doesn't turn out quite so lustrous. I mean, it's still lustrous, but it's a bit whiter, a bit paler in the lighter parts. And that's when I'm using clear shellac, which doesn't quite add that extra layer of warmth, I'll call it. But yeah, you do this, put one coat on with a rag. Always make sure to spread out your rags so, they don't bundle up and spontaneously combust, as they say.